So here the lights are. I'm just checking this one to make sure it's working real good, checking the functionality of it. Then I'm going to start to take the screw out. These have child tamper resistant screws. Some of the ones you buy don't. I opted for that just so that it held the enclosure better together. Here I am just prying everything apart. You want to take your time doing this so everything doesn't fall out. It's a pretty quick process. Like I said, once you do a couple of these, you'll be able to do 10 to 20 of them in a couple minutes. Right here, if you look real close, there's a dimple on the LED wire. That's where I was clipping it off, just to keep that switch as far forward as possible to keep it out of the enclosure supports. Here's the switches. I'm going to put a link to the lights and the switches in the description. If you look close, the gold side is the side to the right. That makes this a tip down switch. If you flip it around, I believe it'll do a tip up switch. I didn't try that yet, but I'm pretty sure that's the way that it works. You just want to tin the wires with a little bit of flux and solder. You don't want to overdo it. Just enough to get the two to join. And then here, I'm just positioning the wire to be cut. Want to make sure you leave enough extra on there just so that it can, when it presses the enclosure down, it stays in contact. It goes back together pretty easy. You'll feel a little bit of resistance, but it's just the wire passing through the middle part of the supports. I tested it a couple times just to make sure it's working before I put everything back together. Like I said, they sell these. This is just a cheap way to do it yourself if you want to make a couple for yourself and save some money.